Hello friends, welcome back to virtual session. And in these sessions we are discussing about searching techniques. Now, whenever you have a set and you have a collection of larger data, it is obvious that we need to like search for the existence of any particular record in that set, in that array. In an array, we had a discussion that we can form a set of similar type of data in memory, and that similar type of data is called as array, an array, and the subscripts of array starts with 0 and up to the size they got the respective memory location in the memory. Now if you have a set and you want to search for the existence of particular record, then you have to apply the searching algorithms in it. Today I am going to discuss about how I can search it out, how I can seek a particular element in the exist array position, right? And what are the techniques for that? Searching techniques are basically divided into two types. First one is linear search, where the element is being searched from top to bottom. Right? And the second is the binary search, where we find the mid value and then search for it. Now in case of linear search, it's a random collection of data. If the collection of data is random, there is no sequence in arrangement of data. The set of data is random in nature. In that case, linear search is applicable. Obviously, this is more time complexible than linear search. But if your data is not arranged, the data is not sorted, in such situations you have to apply the linear search over there. And if your data is sorted already, it is arranged sequentially, then you can apply the linear search. It's like you can it's basically divide, it basically works on the logic of divide and conquer. It means instead of searching for all the entries, you divide into two parts. But in such situations, obviously the data need to be sorted. Data has to be sorted. So this is what the two types of searching techniques what we are having, that is linear search and binary search over there. Let us discuss one by one. In what situations you have to apply the linear search? Linear search actually is a searching technique where it will search the array from top to bottom. If you have a random entries, means like in an array, if you haven't apply any sorting algorithm and data is random in nature, no sequentially arranged, in such situations you are bound to use the linear search. Obviously, the number of visits, or the number of iterations you require to search the data is the size of the array. You have to check every element available in an array position, and hence it develops the time complexity, right? The probability of found is n, where the n is the size of an array. But in case of binary search, the first thing you need to consider that you need to have a sorted array. So the probability of search is n by 2. Means you are not supposed to search the entire elements, right? There is a left section, right section, and the mid sections over there. So probability that element may be available in the mid also. So you are not supposed to move to top or the bottom. So the probability of search will be n by 2. So it is lesser time complexible than the linear search. But the main prerequisite that data has to be the sorted in nature, right? So this is what about the linear and binary search over there. Let's implement that linear and binary search one by one way, right? Okay. So here firstly I am going to apply implementation of linear search. Right. Now, first of all, you declare an array of particular size. Let us say you have an array and you have a collection of random entries. Right? So it's a array of random elements, and now you want to apply the linear search on it. So what you can do here E for element to search, right? I for array counter, and your maybe the position you require to find the where you got that element over there, right? And then okay, clear the screen. Here you write the logic like implementation of linear search. While implementing linear search, what you have to do, you have to set the logic like for I equals to, set the counter like for I equals to 0, I less than n. What is n? The size of an array, I plus plus. But you have to initially you have to find out the n, because here we have an array of undefined subscript. So you have to find the value of n firstly. How you find the value of n? N equals to size of e by 2 will give you the find the computes size of an array, right? So for I equal to 0, I less than I plus plus, as I said, you have to verify the existence of the element in all the subscripts. So after computing the size of an array, you ask the user which element you want to seek in an array, right? So printf enter element to search, and you scan that particular value. You scan that particular value from the user, and then here you apply the linear search logic. For I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, if a of I, the data available in the a of I position, equals to e, right? If a of I equals to n, then POS equals to I, where POS is a found position. Record found position, right? And if it is found in the specific position, then break the loop. There is no point to continue the loop over, right? If a of I equals to e, means like the element available in the a of I position is matches to the element you want to seek, you want to search, then record that position, right, in the POS variable and break it. Now here you confirm the search. Means if the value of I means after success, like if the value of I will not, means like if it is successful, if this loop is successfully completed, it means the value of I become n, right, because it is valued up to n minus 1. So if it is matches, then only breaks in the mid, right. If the data available in the A of I matches to the search data to be searched, then it will break it. Otherwise, the loop will continue over here, right? So there are two things. If I less than n, if the value of I remains less than n, ends, it means what? Here this thing you have to put it in a confirm search, right? If I less than n, it means found, because if the data matches, then position you have to record and break it. So obviously in such situations the value of I remains less than n. If I remains less than n, then printf element found, right, element %d, the element which you want to be searching for, found at position %d, that is the element you are searching for, that is E, and found at position POS. But else if the value of I is more than equals to n, the value of I is more than equal to n, it means printf data not found in n, right? Do you understand, like basically how you are implementing the linear search, right? In case of linear search, you require an array of random entries, collection of random entries. I already explained you that if you want to implement a linear search algorithm, right, then the data should be in the random in nature. It is more time complexible than the binary search, because the probability of search is n, provided n is a size of an array. So here E is a element to be searched, I is a counter position, POS is a position where you find that particular record, and n is the size of an array. So first of all you have to find the size of an array, and then ask the user to element the search, which element you want to search for, and then you set the loop for I to n, and then if it founds, record the position and break it. What break will do? It will break the flow, break the continuity of loop there and there only, right? It will come out of the loop. So once it founds, it come out of the loop. It means if the data is available in the array position, then the loop will not continue. So if the value of I is less than n, because this loop is successfully going to terminate when the value of I become n. So if the value of I remains less than n, it means it is found somewhere. So if I less than n, found in the position in the POS, if the value of I is not going to terminate or break in the mid, so means like the I value become more than or equal to n, so it is not found in array. Hope you understand the logic of a linear search. What is linear search? Linear search for the record from top to bottom. We require a random collection of data, and if if it is found, you can print the position of a found. Otherwise, data is not available, right? Let us discuss about the binary search now, right? Now, as I already explained you that in case of binary search, we need a data to be sorted right? We need a sorted data. If the data is sorted in nature, then only you can apply the binary search. Int n may be the size of an array, I is a counter, mid is a mid value, right? And then element to search. Okay, and these are the basic variables we require, right? You can nomenclature you can explain the entries. A is array of sorted elements, right? N is size of an array, I is array counter, mid is mid position, and E is element to search, right? Now here first thing as I said, this algorithm is actually based on divide and conquer. Means there is the probability of search is n by 2, right? So what we can do, we can find out the mid value. What is the mid value? A of n, right? Where the n is the size of an array, right? So let us say, first of all, find out the size. Size means the number of elements available in an array. So n equals to size of A by 2. It will calculate the total elements in an array, size of an array. After that, mid means A of n by 2. Means if you have a total 10 entries, the element which is available in the 5th position is called as mid value, right? So A of n by 2 is a mid position, right? And then the 3 possibilities are there, right? Apply binary search. By means 2, divide into 2, right? Binary search. First one is if, okay, you need to ask the user to enter the element to search also, right? Printf enter element to search, and you scan that particular element as well. Now the probability is if E equals to mid, means if the element which you are searching for is exactly available in the mid, then there is no need to traverse from traverse to top or traverse to bottom, right? So if E equals to mid, then printf found at position, right? Okay, you can position exactly. Can you inquire the array position as well? Yes, we will go with the POS variable. POS equal to found position. So if E equals to mid, then in this case POS equals to position equals to n by 2, correct? So found at position, that is POS. But else if the element which you are searching is less than the mid, if element you are searching is less than the mid, then you have to set another loop that for I equals to your n by 2, because it's a less now, so you have to move to the top, n by 2 minus 1, I more than equal to 0, I minus minus So to set the loop walk from n by 2 minus 1, because n by 2 you already checked. So n by 2, and it is the element is less than mid, and the array is already sorted. So obviously it's available to the top position. So I equal to n by 2 minus 1, I more than equal to 0, I minus minus. If e equals to again e of I, then POS equals to I, right? POS equals to I, and then you need to break it also. There is no point to continue the things also, right? And then continue the for loop, in the for loop and in the else block. Now the next thing is else if e, the value of e which you are searching for is more than mid, then in such situations you have to set the loop for I equals to n by 2 plus 1, I less than n is the size of n, I plus plus. This you have to search from n by 2 plus 1 to bottom of that, right? Clear? And then if the element which you are searching for is equals to a of I, again POS equals to I in bracket, and this is end of if, end of for, and this is your end of else if, and here you need to have a confirm search. In case of confirm search, you need to print it, printf element found at position, that is the value of POS, right? By using your binary search. Now let us understand the things again. Binary search means it's if the entries available in an array is in sequence, it's sorted, it's well arranged sequentially, then you can apply the binary search. Binary search actually depends on the logic of divide and conquer. Means instead of searching for the existence in all entries, as I said, the probability is n by 2, not n. In case of linear search, probability is n. So now here in this case, you divide, if you have n as a size of array, find out the mid value firstly. Mid value means the element available in the n by 2 position, and then ask the user to enter the element to search. Now there are three possibilities. The element which you are planning to search in an array, it may be available exact in the mid, so there is no point to traverse to the top or bottom. So POS will be n by 2. But there is chances that if the element which you are searching for is not mid, then e may be less than mid. If it is less than mid, so you have to traverse to the top. So your position will be n by 2. You already checked it out. So n by 2 minus 1 to 0. You have to reduce the go over top and find out the existence of the entries. And if it is e is more than mid, then you have to check it out. N by 2 you already cross check, it is not matches with the mid values. N by 2 plus 1 to n. You have to go to the bottom and again check it over there. At the end you have to print the element positions. Getting my point clear? So in this manner you can able to implement the linear and binary search. Now sometimes it may happen that the entries of linear search and the binary search may be, it may occurs more than one. It may occurs more than one. Yes, what need to do? What need to do in case of if the number of occurrences of the entries are more? It is not not possible that every array position got the identical entries over there. There may got duplicate entries also. In such a situation, nothing to worry about. You set the counter to 0. You set the counter to 0, and whenever it is found that condition for e equal to something, count plus plus you have to write, and then instead of break, you can print the count positions. So element is available in an array है ना, like in the this much number of times, or even you can develop an array for found position also. That is different thing. First of all, basically assuming that the entries in an array are identical, right, means like unique, and then if you have a linear search, it means random entries, collection of random entries, and the binary search means collection of entries, but in the sorted manner. So in this manner you can even able to implement the linear and binary search. Hope you understand this. I will be giving you some of the implemented codes to you to test the logic of a linear search. Sometime it will ask you to write the function for linear search, like the function for the binary search. So if you want to write the function for the linear search, means obviously you have to write the prototype like this: prototype of linear search. So int linear, you have an array, you require an array, the size of an array, right, and the element which you want to search. Means the prototype will be int linear and the integer array required, and then a size of an array and the element to search. So this is the way how you can develop the function for linear search. In the similar manner, if you want to develop this like function for binary search, int binary, we required again an array, right, and you have a size and you have a element to search, and you can apply the same logic over here, right? So like if you want to build, like whatever the process I explained, if you want to write in a functions, you already discussed about what is functions and why we need to write the functions. So means instead of writing that process in the main, you define the process into the outside the main and then give a refer from the main over there, right? So that's my main agenda in today's session is to explain you about the searching techniques. Whenever there is a collection, there requires array, because otherwise I already explained you in an array that otherwise you have to repeat that scanf, printf, and you cannot set the loop and all. So you can have an array over here. Now if you have an array, obviously you need to search for the existence of entries in an array. So there are two type of techniques. If the entries are random in nature, then you go for the linear search. The probability of search is n, because obviously there is no sequentially data is arranged. And if the data is arranged sequentially, then you need to go with the binary search. Binary search depends on the logic of divide and conquer, where you find the mid value and then you decide to whether to traverse to top and bottom are available in the mid value. So this is the way how you can implement the searching techniques. Hope you understand it. Thank you.